So, as I was saying before about connecting to the information, yes, it does work through IP addresses. When somebody does a search or logs in or anything like that, the data point is kept as current as possible, right down to the fingerprint on your fingerprint proof button. Literally trying to figure out if it is the 67-year-old grandfather who's been using the phone just now, or a 23-year-old female, or a 6-year-old kid. It comes down to stuff like whether the search relates to the person's age. You know, a 63-year-old using their fingerprint to open it and then opening a kid's cartoon is really different than if the 63-year-old opens his phone and goes to a roofing website. Okay, so anyway, so here's the point where I have to talk about the two cases again. In the one case, we have a massive network of websites about different industries in different locations. And when leads come through there, they're not for anyone in particular. The websites are pretty generic. They don't pitch somebody in particular. But when people land on them, they're obviously interested. They're curious. They're researching or looking things up. And so we want to let companies in the area know about that and see which company is interested in going forward with any given lead. Okay, we're not asking companies for contracts or any contracts. We're not charging companies to be in the system. No, at our expense, we're sending the texts out to the companies in the area. Those who don't need them, don't find a purpose in it, they can go ahead and opt out real quick. They just type stop and hit reply and you're out. Okay, if you don't need leads, you may as well drop it. You know, it's kind of weird, but if you're actually hooked up at this level of the game, you may just not be hearing anything new for you. And if you keep not hearing anything new for you, you might not see a point in continuing. Chances are, give me a call first, because we really get deep into the rabbit hole. This is a tiny piece of the whole picture. Okay. So on the one hand, we have leads that are sort of general purpose. So-and-so is looking for such and such in your area. Do you want this lead? If you're busy, you don't. Let someone else get it. But if you need the lead, you'll snatch it, right? If you're quick on the draw and you're the first person to get it, you get it. Leads are exclusive, which is the beautiful thing, because then you're not in a bidding war. Okay, with other guys who also got a copy of the same level of information. Now, it could be that the person you get the lead for has been doing some window shopping. So yeah, it's possible that they're talking to more people, but no one's going to have that level of information about that person that you have, right? No one knows if it's a male or a female in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s, if they're married or single, if there's a presence of kids in the house, what their net worth is, what their average annual income is, what their education level is, whether they own or rent, whether they've been living there a very short while or a long while. Here's their street address, city, state, zip, their phone number, and their email address. Most of your competitors do not get that level of information about anybody that's interested in what they're offering right now. And so you are far more equipped to handle that lead well. And if you get the lead quickly and you react quickly, then you can do a great job of taking down as many additional sales out of that prospect pool as possible. Okay. Now, there are different implications there. One is it makes your leads cheaper. You get a higher ROI. Say you paid for 20 clicks from Google Ads and you only heard from one person. Okay, but if your clicks cost you $20 each, you had to pay $20, $20, $20, $20, $20, $400 to have that one phone conversation. You'd better sell that guy or you'd better be a really high ticket item, right? And so understand, you're thinking, well, okay, man, I paid for 20 clicks. One guy called me, 19 guys did not. Who were they? What did they fail to see? Were they looking for a coupon and didn't see it? Are they mistaking us for someone else when they read the first couple of paragraphs? Why did they go off without giving me a shot? And so the idea is you break the ice. You find a way to get them going or add them to your newsletter so you can contact them once in a while about it, which, by the way, is totally legal. If you add somebody, if you discover anyone visited your website, they landed on your website, the use of your website constitutes that they accept that you can contact them once or more than once for an indefinite period of time until either they convert or they ask you to stop by unsubscribing. Okay? So for newsletter campaigns or anything else, All you have to do for newsletter campaigns is just run them. Add the people, run them, let them unsubscribe at whatever speed they want. Many will, many won't. The ones who don't, well, they're going to keep congregating as you get more leads added into that newsletter. And to quote guys like Daniel Levis, all right, people who are experts in the arena, if you have 1,000 people in your email list, you should be able to make 100,000 a year from that list. If you have 2,000 people in your email list, you should be able to make 200,000 a year from that list. Because you can always offer your main product, you can re-offer your main product, you can offer upgrades, you can offer other upgrades, you can offer related products, you can offer affiliate programs or things through referrals. There are always ways for you to offer multiple relevant things to your customers to the tune of like $100 per guy in a year coming into your pocket. Okay, should be able to do that. And so building a newsletter is one great way for many of you to use this system. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to stop here. All I wanted to say was what I said. We grab the information full speed, send you the text or offer the text to you. And that was the other thing. I'm sorry, I just realized. So if we're doing it through generic websites, we're going to contact several people, and the first one to grab it gets it item by item by item. If we're doing a project specific for you, then you're going to start by getting the free snippet directly in your website so that we can start sending you your leads. We don't offer those to anyone else. We only offer them to you. Okay? Now, if you get into that project with us, if you like what's going on there, okay, then you're getting more leads from us. They're exclusive to you. And then if you want to grow bigger, contact me and talk about it. We'll talk about it because we can help you grow very, very big. Okay. Anyway, that was the point I wanted to make about this. For those of you who have a website, request your free snippet. If you do not have a website, but you want to earn from lead sales, contact me. Okay. There are a lot of ways to use this information in a way that's really good for the economy. Simple way of explaining that is this. Say there are 800 competitors, like in Chicago city bounds, there are 800 plumbing companies, not 800 plumbers, 800 plumbing companies inside the city bounds of Chicago. Okay. Let's say out of those 800, there's about 200 at the top who are pretty well fed with leads. They're always busy. Okay. They can't even handle everyone who calls them. Then there are about 400 plumbing companies in the middle who are managing to make it. Then there are the 200 at the bottom who are starving for leads, right? They're doing their best and barely managing, or they have side jobs or side gigs to fill in the chinks because they aren't getting enough leads and they don't have any idea how. What our system does is offer all of them, or a number of them, 100 at a time is what we do. We offer them leads. And the ones who say, oh, I don't need this, stop, great. Say half of them say that. Now there's 50 who are active, okay? The 50 who are active, as we go, maybe some of them start to drop off while others of them grab leads. And our system keeps adding in more. So what we're trying to do is let the ones who don't need the leads wash out while the ones who do need the leads accrue, okay? So that for all the guys who need the leads, every time we're giving each guy a lead, they're probably running off to take care of that guy and they're not ready for the next lead yet. So that's going to go to the next guy, who's going to run off to take care of that guy. And then the next one will go to the next guy. Some companies may have 3, 4, 5 people and they still need enough leads to manage. And so they may be grabbing more leads more often. We don't do round robin. We just offer leads and see who wants them. Okay. But there you go. So the more leads we can put through that area, the more we're helping the overall economy, because we're helping each next starving employer be able to take care of their employee with more leads, right? We're tying those knots between the people who are half committed and kind of looking and not sure what they're looking for, and the guys who need to reach out to them and form a relationship and therefore a sale, and sometimes a very long-term client. Depends on what business you're in. All right, I think you get the idea there. So you can either have us do direct projects for you, or you can be involved in a big open-ended project where we're just offering leads and you take the ones you want when you want them. Okay, excellent.